Rush Limbaugh's explanation below is what we all know but is the best we've heard yet on why things happened the way they did with Hillary and why Trump is getting blasted. Who doesn't listen to the Friday Open Line portion on Rush Limbaugh? It's great because Rush gets to give longer explanations on everything he believes is happening or has happened in the world of politics. He's insightful and honest. The Friday show's highlight was when a woman called in to discuss Hillary Clinton's emails and speculation that Vladimir Putin was corresponding with Hillary. Rush began by discussing the fact that it's hard for Americans to comprehend that our government would lie and not follow the rule of law, so people make up conspiracy theories. He went on to give a lengthy answer with such a thoroughly honest assessment of what happened and is still happening to clear Hillary and destroy Trump. To understand why Hillary was protected and why we now have an attack on a sitting president, you need to realize that we do have two systems of justice. Rush Limbaugh, two systems of justice. We have two systems of justice in this country, and it's become patently obvious to everybody. Look, it's going to sound very simplistic to say this, but this is simply what I've observed, and you have to have the courage to admit what you're watching, and it's very simple. If you are a Democrat and you've engaged in any kind of questionable, illegal activity, you get a pass. You get a pass if you're not a Democrat. If you're a Republican, you don't. The entire thing that is happening, the Mueller investigation, the special counsel thing, everything that's happening here is the result of one thing. Everybody involved, from Mueller to Comey to all these people at the FBI, to Rosenstein, to Barack Obama, who is in the thick of this because all of this happened, it all began in his administration. They all knew that Hillary Clinton had violated countless laws, and they knew that Obama had too by virtue of communicating with her in that illegal server. But the uranium deal is also another situation where she and her husband both profited in ways that are illegal. $500,000 for a speech to somebody in Moscow that Clinton got. The uranium deal. The uranium deal. The Clinton's Foundation. The Clinton Foundation is the focus. The Clinton Foundation, if there were ever an investigation of that, is where the dominoes to the Clintons would fall. All of this, the Steele dossier, the Russian collusion with Trump, the Manafort trial, everything that happened here was designed to exonerate and shift blame away from Hillary Clinton. She was going to be the Democrat nominee. They could not permit the Democrat Party nominee to come under the auspices of the law. They had to exonerate her. They had to exonerate her. They had to make sure she would never be prosecuted. They had to steer everybody's attention away from the illegal activity that she, her campaign, and the Democrat National Committee, had all engaged in. Because if they had not done that, then she would have been tainted, might not have survived as the party nominee, and everybody involved here had a personal stake, a career stake, a financial stake in Hillary Clinton becoming the next president. They were all going to keep their jobs. They were all going to keep their jobs. They would be able to parlay those jobs into huge, private sector jobs down the road. None of this that has happened would have happened. There wouldn't have been any upset. There wouldn't have been any disturbance in the force field of the deep state. But in order for Hillary Clinton to get elected, she had to be exonerated, protected and shielded from all the illegal activity she and her husband had engaged in. And people have seen this. Average, ordinary Americans who normally would not know any of this because the drive-by media doesn't report any of this the way I've explained it to you. I'm not the only one that's explained it to you this way. Average, ordinary Americans plainly see that on the Democrat Party side of the aisle, the scales of justice are always balanced towards innocence and not being held accountable. On the Republican side, it's the exact opposite. She had to be the party nominee. Trump has not committed a single crime that he's been alleged to, but Hillary did. They couldn't let that go forward. She had to be exonerated. She had to be the party nominee. She was going to be the party nominee. She had to win the presidency. And this election constitutes one of the biggest, most gigantic political upsets in the history of this country. And the deep state still has not recovered from it. They are still discombobulated. Pursuit of Trump. So they are now embarking and continuing with this pursuit of Trump, and anybody in his orbit is guilty of this or guilty of that, to continue to now shield what they did in exonerating Hillary, in protecting Hillary, in not holding her accountable, and everybody that's paying attention knows this. That's why during a Trump rally, if her name comes up, the crowd chants, "Lock her up, lock her up." People know there's been too much reporting on it. Two systems of justice. There's been too many attempts to cover it up in the drive-by media. People know that we have two systems of justice in Washington and that the Democrats are not held accountable the same way Republicans are. We have two political systems of justice, and everybody's fed up. So when people see this, when they see the rich and the powerful who they know are guilty as and not even be pursued and not even be prosecuted, they start conjuring up explanations. There has to be some explanation. It can't be, they say to themselves, it can't be that our justice system has crumbled and that we have nobody worth their salt running it anymore. It can't be that the criminal justice system in the United States, the Department of Justice, the FBI, they can't all be totally corrupt. People say there has to be some other reason to explain this that begets that conspiracy theory or this conspiracy theory, because people can't explain it. But, my friends, you know the old adage, Occam's razor, the simplest and the most obvious explanation is probably the explanation. I don't think this is complicated at all. I think they had to make sure Hillary Clinton is so corrupt and has been so touched by that corruption and bordering on illegality just with the foundation, with all those financial donations coming from people she didn't know, from countries all over the world. They were not donating to charities, they were donating to future President Hillary Clinton. They were expecting something for all that money. She had to win. Plus, these people we're talking about are all invested in the Clintons anyway. The Clintons have run the Democrat Party since the 90s. They've got dossiers. You talk about dossiers? They've got dossiers on everybody. They have professed loyalty. That's why the Obama circumstances in 2008 and coming along winning a nomination threw the Democrat Party into more turmoil than you will ever believe. So when 2016 came around, it was Hillary and nobody else. Bernie Sanders never had a prayer. He was there as a foil. Everybody knew it except his voters. The fix was in for Hillary. We know it was, and the fix was in to the extent that she was going to be exonerated of any criminal activity, any corruption in advance. She wasn't going to have to survive a trial. She wasn't even going to be charged. Meanwhile, we see what's happened on the Republican side, with all of the efforts to literally destroy people including Donald Trump who haven't done anything close to that which they've been accused of. So people are naturally going to come up with the wildest conspiracy theories to explain this because they're fed up with it and it just doesn't make sense. How can our justice system? This is the United States of America. We are not a third world tin horn dictatorship. How can this happen? Everybody trusts our justice system. For the most part, they trust the DOJ. What we've seen. Bill Clinton meets with Loretta Lynch on the tarmac. Hillary Clinton is exonerated before her interview with the FBI. The exoneration memo is written before. Hillary Clinton's political aides are confirmed as lawyers, so they have attorney-client privilege. They get to sit in with her on the interview. All of the laptops with all the evidence of what Hillary did are destroyed by the FBI agents that interviewed her. People see this and they say, "Gee whiz, I couldn't get this. No Republican could get this. The fix is in." My point, the fix had to be in. Everything people were talking about, all the names, you know, everything. Their political futures depended on Hillary Clinton being elected. Their legal futures depended on Hillary Clinton. If Hillary Clinton had been elected, we would never know about any of this that we're talking about. It would have never come out. The spying, the FISA application warrant, the Steele dossier, none of it. We wouldn't know 10% of that if Hillary Clinton had won. It's another reason she had to win, to cover all this stuff up. Thanks for watching. What did you think of this video? Let us know in the comments section below. You can also subscribe for more videos like these in your inbox. Now if you are seeking the latest trends in fashion, and electronics and gifts and more of the coolest things that you never knew existed at the best prices, please feel free to visit www.atthismall.com. Once again, that is www.atthismall.com. If you are seeking the best in facial and clear skin regimens and products for women and men, including an opportunity to earn residual income, please visit our partner at www.jdro.my.rndf.com. All links are in the description box below. Share this video with your friends and family. Since you're watching, we have a small favor to ask. More people are viewing our videos more than ever, but advertising revenues across the media are falling fast. And unlike many news organizations, we haven't put up a paywall. We want to keep our journalism as open as we can, so you can see why we need to ask for your help. Our videos and reports takes a lot of time, money and hard work to produce. Our investigative reporting uncovers unethical behavior and social injustice that helps to hold governments, companies and individuals to account. Through this we can, together, create meaningful change in the world. We do it because we believe our perspective matters, because it might well be your perspective too. For as little as $1, you can support us, and it only takes a minute. Thank you. Like and share this video on Facebook and Twitter if you agree. Don't forget to support this channel by clicking on the donation link down below and subscribing so you never miss any of our trending reports. What do you think about this video? Scroll down to comment below. Now if you are seeking the truth or guidance or need a prayer request or studies, please visit followyeshua.com at www.followyeshua.com. Please note that we have changed to a new YouTube channel. The link is in the description box below. Please subscribe to the new channel, as this one will no longer have new videos and reports posted to it anymore.